Node 564560 connected to Node 564562.
And good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain and spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll find a link that will take you to YouTube, where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we transmit our audio on our 2-meter WW7ATS station 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before our net gets fully underway. This is Dave, KD7CYM. Well, welcome back to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Checked in already by video is Ron, KD7QKU, Richard, K7ITX, Wade, W7ITL, Jim, N7QO, James, WU7N, and myself, Dave, KD7CYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in? Hearing none, we'll start off the net with Ron, KD7QKU in Tacoma.
Okay, KD7QKU over here in, I guess it's North Tacoma. Waiting for my picture to come up. There it is. So I saw Richard had some pictures on early of a little black cat. I guess they're keeping that one. So let's see, I haven't done anything too exciting. We've had fog in the morning, the last couple of mornings. I usually wake up about daylight, about 6 o'clock, and come out and open the Venetian blinds, and the sun is out. And then probably 30 minutes later, it's getting foggy. And that lasts for a while, and then it goes away. So let's see, Thursday night we went to a free concert. So this other retirement center over here, Toby Jones, beautiful place. So in the month of August, every Thursday night, they have a free concert for the neighbors, for everybody. They actually send out a little advertisement, a postcard, and invite people to come and watch the concert. So it was kind of funny. We got down there with our lawn chairs. Doug and Phyllis came, so there was 4 of us. And we were going to sit down, and this guy was saying, "Hello, Ron." And I recognized the voice, but I almost didn't recognize the person. He had a hat on, brimmed hat on, kind of like you have one, I think, Dave. For the sun was out pretty bright. And I didn't look at his wife. I would have known his wife immediately, but I looked at him, and I'm thinking, he's talking to me, and I'm thinking, man, this voice is really familiar. Well, it was one of the neighbors that lived behind me in our house that we just sold. So the concert was nice. We enjoyed that. So anyway, I guess with that, I'll send it back to Net, KD7QKU.
K7QKU, thanks with that. Let's pick up Richard, K7ITX, and the Black Kitty.
Okay, Richard, K7ITX, Kent, Washington. Hopefully the Black Kitty video will show up. I'm trying to cue that up. There's a little bit of a. There we go. So, anyway, this is Enzio. And Enzio's a clever little guy. Gosh, what would I want to say? 8 weeks old, maybe. Maybe 10 weeks at the most. Anyway, and Enzio isn't really my cat. It's my daughter and her partner's cat, Olivia and MJ. Yeah, MJ's a lot of fun. He just took to playing with toys and having fun like a duck takes to water. So it's and of course my daughter has every cat toy in the book. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All these different little things that for little kittens to play with, like you see on the TV screen here. So anyway, I thought you guys might like to see Enzio in action, and maybe I'll have some more videos a little bit later the next time around. With that, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. Let's pick up Wade, W7ITL in Tacoma.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. I hear myself on the repeater, so I will turn down the volume. And, wow, Richard, those kittens are getting big. Enzio, yeah, he looks pretty feisty and likes to play. So my daughter has 2 cats as well, kittens, that she got a couple of weeks ago at the Tacoma Humane Society. The little black and white tuxedo cats, and pretty cute. Let's see, what else today? I went to the radio club at Tacoma. I don't know if I heard Ron say, but yeah, we saw each other today. And yeah, I spent a couple hours doing radio club today. We had our board meeting, not board meeting, what do you call that? Our general meeting. That was at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and finished that up, went home, and took the wife to Costco, and we did some shopping, and we've been back for about an hour or two. I got a new chair that I'm going to be putting together. My one that I'm sitting in, you can't sit back in it, otherwise I feel like the chair's going to just break. So that's going to be my new work chair, and then I'll bring in my other chair that's sitting at my work desk that's also in similar shape, but at least it doesn't have a breaking back. The back is not going to fall off if I sit too far in the back of the chair. Just has a lot of that fake leather vinyl stuff that's peeling off, so that's a lot less problem, and I can deal with that for just ham radio stuff. So let's see, not a lot more going on. We did go to we did go out to eat after Costco, and yeah. Nice to see everybody, and I'll turn back to Dave. I may not check in on the next round, because I do need to check in. My other net that I was checking around this time, it's the Simplex net, so I may not come back, but if I do, I'll see you guys on the next round. This is W7IT.
W7ITL, thanks with that. Let's pick up Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Ron, fog in the morning. You know, I look outside in the morning, and maybe I'm not really awake, but as long as I can see the trees across the street, I guess maybe I don't really see the fog. On the other hand, it may be that I'm a little bit higher in elevation where I am, so there's probably fog below me, which I can't see anyway because of the terrain. But, yeah, I could believe it. The weather's been like that. Right now it's clear and the winds are calm, and I'm showing 80 degrees here at the house just south of Covington. Oh yeah, and neighbor. Yeah, I can identify with that. Wow. You meet like thousands of people in your lifetime, and heck, I have a hard time remembering my wife's birthday, let alone someone else's name. So don't feel bad, Ron. It's a problem we all have. Dick, Enzio in action. Your daughter's cat. Wow, that cat has more energy than I had even when I was 2 years old. Wow. And that cat toy looks rather intriguing. I think I'd go swatting at it if I were a cat. Wade, Radio Club of Tacoma. Yeah, vinyl chair, the vinyl kind of cracking and falling apart. I have one of those chairs as well. One of these days, I'll get rid of it, but I don't know, maybe I'll wait until I move. I do tend to hang on to things longer than I should. Oh well. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Let's pick up James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Okay, got it on now. Let's see how long it takes before I can hear myself.
WU7N. WU. Okay, there I am. I can hear myself on that. Well, let's see. Oh, there I am. Pictures up. Looking good. Okay. Well, Ron, I'll take fog any day over sweltering heat and air you have to cut with a knife. Yeah, I'm just glad that the air quality is good. I will be throwing my doors open tonight and cooling the house. I heard a term on the internet, burping your house. I can tell that was invented by someone with a baby, but just blowing everything out. And by morning, it's a little chilly, but then it stays moderately cool for the entire day. And Frank Toby Jones, my dad, spent the last 3 years of his life there. So it's an excellent institution there. Didn't know they had public concerts. Might have gone. Richard, thank you very much for the cat videos. And Wade, I was once told that your office chair, your bed, and your shoes you should never be cheap on, because that's where you spend your whole life. And Jim, yeah, it's your comment on memory made me smile. I'm working on some memory systems right now. There is something else I wanted to show you guys I thought might be kind of interesting. And let me flip the camera. There's going to be a pause here. Some memory systems right now. Okay, so that pause. Let me see when it flips. Okay, there it's flipped. Okay, so this is a bag that I got delivered today from China. And what's kind of interesting about it is, it's a pretty large amount of stuff, a whole page of stuff that I ordered. I don't know if this is the whole order or not. But the last time I got one of these was very interesting how they aggregated the orders. This is apparently from multiple vendors who sell on a platform called AliExpress in China. And I thought what I would do is open it up, and you guys can see how it's all aggregated, bags of bags. So I'll do that next time around since I've been on for a while now. So this is James, WU7N. Going to turn it back to our net control in Seattle. Take it away, Dave.
WU7N, thanks with that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Boy, nice warm day today. I've got 83 degrees and sunny outside. But today, a lot of traveling and got out with my daughter. We ended up at a biker's barbecue joint in Linwood, and it was kind of interesting. The sandwich I had was a Boz. If you remember the Boz from football fame about 25 years ago. Anyway, the sandwich was named after him, and I've got to say, it had 5 different meats in it. There must have been at least a half pound of meat in the sandwich. I was very surprised with that, but had to wash that down and went to an ice cream shop and had some ice cream after that. But that was very delicious. Then got off to Costco to do a little shopping. And I got to say that their chili is out, so I picked some of that up. I haven't tried it yet, but it's out earlier this year than it has been in the past. And at home, I had to water my shrubs. They were getting a little bit on the dry side, and so the leaves perked up after about 20 minutes worth of watering, so got that out of in control. And then did some domestic chores around the house, so that's about it. So that's what's happening here in Lake City. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. So we'll go back to Ron, KD7QKU.
Well, thank you very much, Dave, KD7QKU. Well, good evening, everyone. Nice to see you. Yeah, I did go over to the Ham Radio Club this morning. Haven't been over there for a month or so. And I saw Wade. I was trying to change my address. So I went online and went into the directory, and you couldn't edit it. So I don't know how you could change your address. So when I was over to the club, I brought it up to a couple of people, and one of the guys said there's somebody named Mike, I guess, that takes care of that. And so he told me to go upstairs and see if Mike's up there sitting at the computer. So I went up there and Mike wasn't there. So he came up in a second. He said, okay, well, let's take one of these applications for membership and just put in your new address and your name and stuff, and then put on their address change, and he'll leave it on his desk. He'll probably figure it out. So hopefully they get that done. I think my dues might be due. I don't know if they mailed out the dues or not. For some reason, I almost think in the newsletter, I remember hearing something about that. They put out a fantastic newsletter, by the way. At least they used to. They have a new guy doing it. It might not be. It might be different now. Let's see. Today, after that, we had lunch, and then, we went out for Mexican dinner last night over here. Torreros or whatever it was. I can't say it was my best dinner. There's another place over on 6th Avenue. I can't say the name of it. It's a white building. I think maybe we'll go over there next time. We feel like eating Mexican. Then anyway, I couldn't eat it all, so I had the rest of the leftovers for lunch. Then we drove down on Ruston Way. Joanne has a lady friend that's our age, and her husband died. She remarried. I really don't know her new husband, but anyway, they're coming over on Tuesday, I think maybe evening, and we're going to go out to dinner again. And they want to go to this place. It's a really nice place. It's down on the water. I can't say the name of it, but I was thinking that the parking was not really good, and so it's not. The parking is actually across the street, between the street and the railroad tracks. And then you have to cross the street, basically, to go to the restaurant. So I don't know if the guy walks very good or not. So it wouldn't be, I mean, the restaurant would have good food, no doubt about it, but I think maybe for convenience, Anthony's home port down here would be better for us to go to this. So I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I can walk in, no problem, but I don't know if it was their best choice, but we'll see what happens. And then so that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday's my brother-in-law's birthday. And it sounds like they actually want to come over here and use the clubhouse room. They have this party in. Joanne's kind of short notice. She's got to see if she can get that. So I haven't been, I do stuff, but I don't know what I do. I mean, not very much. Wasted a lot of time, that's for sure. Wanted to watch the Mariners home run derby. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary, so they have the 50th best players here. And I'm sure Ken Griffey Jr. and Ichiro and maybe Jay Buhner, maybe even Edgar Martinez put on quite a show to hit home runs, but I couldn't find it on television. So I think it was Apple TV only, and I'm not going to subscribe to Apple TV. So anyway, that was that. So I guess with all that, I'll just turn it back. Looks like Carlos just joined us. So back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Let's go to Richard, K7ITX in Canada.
Okay, well, I better get one thing straightened out, and that's the kitten's name. Unfortunately, I mispronounced the cat's name. Okay, let me get it right, or my daughter will kill me. It's Enzo, as in Lorenzo. Enzo, not Enzio. I was saying Enzio. No, Enzo. So Enzo, it's going to be a lot of fun watching him. It's a boy cat, of course. Watching him grow up. He's going to get big real quick, and it should be a lot of fun. I should have ample video of some of his adventures. This is just the beginning. He's he's a very light sleeper, I've found out. He can be dead asleep, but the minute I poke my head through the door to see what he's doing, he just snaps awake, just gives me the evil eye, what am I doing in here? So he's a real cute little bugger, and I can it's getting kind of difficult to get him used to the dog, or the dog used to Enzo. Enzo's not a problem with the dog. It's the dog is kind of jealous right now. So anyway, this is kind of a long sequence here with the cat. There he's a funny guy. So anyway, that's about it for now. Sounds like a nice time at Toby Jones, and looking forward to hearing about your brother-in-law's happy birthday, Ron. I got to meet him a month or two ago at one of the open houses at your place, and a real nice guy, and you can chalk chalk up another video, or chalk up another birthday. And we all get those now and then. With that, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. And get a quick idea here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, let's see if Wade's still with us. W7ITL in Tacoma. And no response on Wade. So let's go on down to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, Jim, a bag of bags. Looks like something, maybe not a couple of holes in it, but I'm sure it is a long way from China, so it's bound to experience some abrasion. Looks like a fairly tough material, though. But anyway, I'm sure we are all looking forward to the big reveal there. Dave, Costco, watering, yeah, all these little things that you have to do in life. Chili, wow, that's great. I have yet to buy some. I only saw, did I see some there once? I don't know. Anyway, I never bought any. I may have seen it one time, but didn't buy it. I don't remember why. Ron, Radio Club of Tacoma. Yes, I also believe they have an excellent newsletter. Occasionally, I get to see one. They do a good job. Dick, Roger, the kitten's name is Enzo, as in Lorenzo. And I bet that it will take some time for Pippa to adjust to Enzo. There's probably such a significant difference in age between the two of them, too. It's not like they could look at each other as siblings. It's like maybe Enzo's going, "Who's this old man over here?" I don't know. But good luck. That's all I've got to say there. And it is fun watching the kitten play with this or that. I still think you ought to try a laser pointer. I had a number of years ago, a friend of mine got a couple of kittens, and they were having a ball chasing this little red dot all over the floor. They certainly have excess energy, so I think they actually enjoyed it. It sure was funny watching them. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks for that. Let's go to James, WU7N.
And Whiskey Uniform, 7 November. Okay, looks like I'm coming through. There's a call sign, and a picture will be up momentarily. There is the picture. Well, it's frozen. That's not a good sign. I guess the picture... Okay, now it's moving. Well, Dave, 5 different meats in a sandwich sounds absolutely scrumptious. I recognize when you said that just how much my eating habits have changed since COVID. I would eat out all the time before COVID, and then, of course, during COVID, I didn't. Had to learn to cook again. And then since COVID, the places here on the east side are just so darned expensive. I'm kind of priced out. Speaking of ice cream, Ben & Jerry's has a pumpkin cream pie ice cream that they're putting out early this year because it was voted like one of the best all-around flavors ever. So you can be on the lookout for that. Thank you for the pointer to the Costco chili. That is a big brick of chili-flavored meat. Very, very good. And Ron, I heard you mention Anthony's. You can't go wrong with Anthony's. At least last time I ate there was some time ago, but that was excellent. And Richard, I wanted to say your audio is fantastic. It's right on a par, maybe even a little louder than Jim's. Very easy to understand. Good volume. Whatever you did, write that down. Let's see. Okay, so here's the bag that got it. Let me see if we're getting a movement here. Okay, so this is the bag that got it from, I think, LAX past customs to SeaTac. And as you can see, though, you open it up and there's just more bags inside. Wow, this is weird. And these inner bags have an American zip code, but lots of Chinese lettering on them. And so then when you cut open one of these bags, let's see how many more bags we get.
Did I go off the air just now?
You still have audio, but your picture disappeared.
Stand by once. So I'm going to give the mic back to you, Dave. This kind of misses the effect here when I can't get back on the air. It says retry on the app here, and I'm just on the my feedback on streaming.watts.net. It's just, I think, audio only, and it doesn't matter what button I push. Let me see if I can restart it. Yeah, for some reason it disconnected from server. Back to you, WU7N.
WU7N, thanks for that. And the net welcomes Carlos, 87NP in Clyde Hill.
No audio, just a minute. Yeah, audio is back. And we don't need background audio. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is 87NP from Clyde Hill. Just returning from a local neighbor that organizes a luau for the neighborhood, and so I was just down the street with having some nice Hawaiian food and some good talk, and then I walked back, and as I was walking back I was listening to all of you on the net, and so I got the first part of the net by doing that. And so I saw Richard's videos and everyone else. And James, I don't know exactly what happened. I was just looking at the debug from the server. It seems like the connection just dropped. So some momentary drop there from your network connection. I usually receive also those bags with multiple things inside. I'm really a sucker for those kind of $3 or $1 deals. Recently I had kind of multiple of these things, which are just kind of probes into digital circuits and then to connect the oscilloscope. We got a couple of them, couple more wires. and then you look at this, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's like 50 cents each, and then you buy different types just to compare. So I have also experience with those bags arriving. Although recently I found something on eBay that I really liked. This is I think I mentioned it's a digital power sensor, and I can read the value on the computer. But they also, I mean, this is like from 10 years ago. They also have these devices that can connect to the power sensor, and these are portable. They just have a battery inside. So with this thing and then connecting the power sensor on the other side, I can get really accurate measures from microwatts to well, depends on the attenuation that I will make, but I was just measuring my 1.2 gigahertz in a very accurate way. Unfortunately, these bird meters are calibrated, so that's very good. And then once you start one on these rabbit holes of having the proper meters, then you keep going. And so I have a couple more alternatives coming from eBay on this front. So I'll have some more pictures to show next. So I think audio and video is going. From what I could see from the first part of the net, things seem to be operational. Ron, I have a date for you to remember. On 8/17, which so in a week your token expires. So I'm gonna send you a new token to replace on your app for your video stream, or in case you and Wade have to meet for that replacement, because I was just checking and yours is the one that ends up sooner, so it expires on 8/17, and yours is on 9/1, so 2 weeks later. So I'll be sending new tokens, not right now, but after the next net, because the next net. Very good. Sending it back to Dave, Net Control. Good to hear you all tonight, and good to see you all here on the TV repeater from 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
NP, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. And for an ID, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Again, I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, I haven't got anything else to add this go around, so I'm going to have to send it back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like, well, my picture's going to come in, I guess. Okay, well, I'm not sure what I'll do with the token. I might have to have Wade give me some help on that, but we'll figure it out. I just looked here, it's cooled off here. I have 71 degrees. I think I saw 82 this afternoon on the thermometer. I guess I don't have too much more to talk about. Not much goes on over here. Seems like I'm busy all the time, but I don't know what I do. It's a pretty nice place to live, but it's kind of boring. I can't just go out in the garage, and putter around and work on something on the workbench, because I don't have a garage or a workbench. So anyway, I think I told you that last weekend I went out to Mike's with the Corvette, and he polished it for me and cleaned up the sunroof in it, which was nice. he had some stuff. It's a plastic, some kind of a plastic sunroof, I suppose, not glass. And it had weathered a little bit on the outside. He had some stuff he put on it which made it look a lot better. So, yeah, the kitten, Richard, is really cute. I can't remember his name now. I could for a minute, but I already forgot it. I'm watching TV and the Mariners game is on, and they're showing some of the 50 best players hit home runs and stuff and celebrate. So I guess I'm sorry, guys, I'm not paying 100% attention. And James, we lost your picture, so we're never going to know what you had in your bag that you were cutting open. So you had us all sitting on the edge of our seat, and then your picture went blank, so I didn't get to see it. And Jim N7Q, I just had a thought the other day. You never talk about your airplanes. I wonder, do you ever fly your airplane anymore? I just looked on my phone a minute ago. Eli, Joanne's niece's son, he's got his license, and I just looked. He's out at the airplane's at Shady Acre Airport, and I just looked, and he was out flying. So when I look, and he's going about 100 miles an hour, or 80 or 90, I realize that he's not in the car driving up the neighborhood street. So he goes out there and puts in some time. Good for him. All right, back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. Let's pick up Richard again, K7ITX.
Okay, well, Ron, the cat's name is Enzo. Just remember Lorenzo without the Loren, and you'll remember the kitty's name is Enzo. So anyway, Ron, if you get bored, check out the shop at Alicia. Check out the wood shop. Seemed like they had a lot of different tools and projects that you could get started with. I'm not sure if you were much into wood, but they probably have machines for working with metal and things like that. You ought to check it out, or maybe you already have. Just a thought. So you guys are talking a lot about food tonight, and so I thought I'd bring a sample of some Talenti gelato. This, what I have in my hand, happens to be 5 layers. 5 layers. The first layer is dark chocolate gelato. And let's see if I can kind of show it to you. So the first layer is dark chocolate gelato. The next layer is chocolate cookie. And then the next layer is, let's see if I get this right, fudge sauce. That's layer 3. Layer 4 is vanilla bean gelato, and the 5th layer is broken waffle cone. So put that in your tummies. I'm going to after the net. How's that sound? With that, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. Let's see if Wade's back with us, W7ITL. And no response on W7ITL. Let's move on to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, Jim, yeah, I agree. It is very expensive dining out nowadays. I've been trying to avoid that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, seems to me like the prices have pretty much just about doubled everywhere. I don't know why that is, but yeah, really expensive. And it's a shame too, because a lot of the socializing that I used to do, for that matter, would entail eating out somewhere. Carlos, neighborhood luau. Wow, that sounds wonderful. That's great. And the digital power meter, yeah, that looks good. The problem with the bird meters is that all of those slugs that you have to buy, it gets expensive after a while. So I might have to look for one of those digital power meters myself. Thanks for pointing that out. Ron, constantly busy, but you can't say what all you're doing. That sounds a lot like me. My wife and I have been trying to do some serious decluttering here, contemplating downsizing and eventually moving to a facility similar to where you are. We have a lot of friends who stayed in their houses too long, and they need some help with what they need for everyday living, and it can cause problems when you're unable to clean the place out yourself. So my wife and I are trying to get a head start on that. And so usually what I'm doing is some sort of decluttering. The problem is we have accrued so much stuff over the decades that we could do some cleaning, and we notice the difference. But if some guest comes into the place, they might not know that we did anything. So, but yeah, I can appreciate that you don't have a garage anymore and don't have a workshop anymore. I know there are some, now that you mentioned woodshop, I know that there are some retirement city communities that actually have a woodworking facility. I would not be interested in that, but one of my neighbors certainly would be. Yeah, if for flying, that's something you never get to do as much as you want, never get to do as much as you would like. Right now, my aircraft is down for its required annual inspection, and actually, it's been a while that he almost finished the inspection. It's waiting on some parts, and not exactly sure when the parts are going to show up. Getting parts is a problem nowadays. There's a shortage of parts. There's a shortage of mechanics. It's oh well, not like it was a few decades ago. Anyway, that's for sure. But yeah, hope to do more soon. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. And let's pick up James again, WU7N, and see what the Pac-Man has.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing. WU7N. All right, I've got audio. Well, I'm going to jump straight to the bag of bags here. Because what I wanted to share with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Is, and I do, Carlos, I am pausing the window in the upper left with a triangle, so maybe that's confusing it or something, because otherwise I get a feedback on that. Well, so anyway, Carlos is an old pro with this, but this is the outer bag, and the outer bag contained these two inner bags, and then additionally some little loose bags that would be very easy to misplace. And then this larger bag contains all of these items. For example, this is a bunch of little pots. I think I'm well stocked on them at this point. And then here's kind of an interesting thing. These are little banana clips you can put a raw wire into and just clip on, turning any raw wire into a banana clip wire. And here is, I know this is a little dated, but I'm just like Carlos. I'm such a sucker for this. A whole bunch, 15 values of Zener diodes. Now, if you're really doing something serious, you use this. It's the LM2940 I just got introduced to recently. It's a low dropout voltage regulator. Very high efficiency, much better than doing a Zener regulator kind of approach. But I just had to get these anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this was on super sale. I think I only paid $1 for this or something. It's a USB to anything, and a lot of these connectors, I'm sure, go to things that are either on the way out or already on the way out. But you can charge anything with anything, so I thought this would be a good thing to have in the emergency kit, just in case someone gets trapped here with me. And I burned out my one Adreno pot in my Adreno kit, so of course I had to buy a whole bag of these. These actually were priced fairly high. They know what the market is for these. More trimmers. And let's see what else here. This is kind of a clever gizmo. You put this on a battery, and then you can charge up stuff at 5 volts with the USB sockets. So anyway, the thing I was trying to show was not just show off the individual stuff, although, some of this stuff is loss leaders, I'm sure. But here's a whole bunch of high power rectifiers, and I think I paid a couple bucks for all of these or something. I've got a lifetime supply, so contact me if you need them. Somewhere in here, here's some buck voltage converters. Sometimes these are of dubious engineering, but if you put a big capacitor on the input and the output, it's amazing how well they work. And let's see, there's probably 100 transistors in here. Let's see, what is this? Optocouplers. And you get the idea. Here's 100 pieces. I think this was $1. So I only need a couple of these, but, I've got 98 spares now. Let's see. What's this? Here is a bunch of linear regulators. I bought the low dropout regulators. These are the ones I trained with in the 1980s. But this whole bag was very inexpensive, so I went ahead and bought it anyway. As you know, when you use those 78 series voltage regulators, if you put in, say, 20 volts into a 5-volt regulator, the other 15 volts has to be dissipated as heat. So it's important to remember all that. And this was a complete crapshoot. This is a kit of little what do they call them here? They refer to them as stainless steel retaining clips. Well, I only need 3 out of here, and I think they're the right size. I'm not sure, but now I've got a whole kit of them. So anyway, I just thought it was fascinating how they managed to aggregate this stuff, all from different vendors, bags of bags, until finally you get an outside bag that takes it from customs in LA to Seattle and gets it here. So flipping that. So anyway, thought I'd show you that, and to me, it is absolute magic how they managed to make this all work. So with that, let me turn it back over to Dave, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society.
WU7N, thanks with that. And let's pick up Carlos again, 87NP.
Okay. Let's see if we have audio. Okay. We do have audio. 87 NP back. I love those moments, James. Kind of the Christmas of AliExpress and figuring out if the picture that we saw on the website matches the device that we get, and especially when you have multiple orders coming, if they're not all coming at the same time, you never know if what's in the bag is already everything that you order or not. Sometimes you just lose track. And in many cases, I mean, some of those components, they are as fine as anything else. So that's really good. Thank you for doing the unboxing. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe James' YouTube channel on unboxing of electronics. It seems like a good show. Yeah, coming back to the bird meter. Oh, and Richard, good video there also. Enzo. I don't know if Lorenzo is the easiest way for me. I think Enzo Ferrari would be. Seems like there's some car motivation on that Enzo name there. But Lorenzo is a good one also. So Jim, regarding the bird meter, yeah, you're correct. I mean, of course, the old ones with the slugs are definitely very popular, and they're very much available. And so when they evolved to the electronic age, they've built these sensors. And so if you're watching the video here, this is not a lightsaber from Star Wars, but basically this is just a walkie-talkie attenuation, which allows me to measure kind of up to 10 watts given the sensibility of the sensor. And then at the top we have the bird sensor that then has a cable to the battery handset, where I can then read the power. And so let's see if my lightsaber doesn't break apart. But if I press here, I can see 5.2 watts on the meter. Oh, let me just, oh, I think you can see it also. Yeah, about 5.2. And this is transmitting on 438, so on the UHF band. And it's pretty good because it has a very wide frequency range to do the metering. Now, this is a quite old device. I mean, still uses nickel cadmium batteries, which seem to be surprisingly still working. But I've ordered some new ones, so quite happy with this digital power meter from Bird. Not necessarily good for the for the DVB signal because it's a wide signal. It's good for FM and SSB, but for the wide signals, there's this other sensor. This one's a little more pricey. It's a wideband power sensor, and this one I can measure the DVB carrier, and it works between 350 and 4 gigs, so quite nice. And as I said, I mean, going through this rabbit hole, then I start looking at some of the one also. So at some point I'm gonna decide which one I like the most and probably just sell the other ones. I mean, this I think they are quite accessible now on eBay, given this is like 10 to 15-year-old technology from Bird. but I think these are really good quality. So I like these devices a lot. And run on the workshop and car setup. Yeah, you might have to find a group to participate and have access to the tools, or I'll stop by with one of the cars whenever we need some work, and I'll bring the tools, and we'll figure out a way. I think we're back also into tax time in the King County. All the property tax, so never a great time for sure. Sending it back to Dave, Net Control from 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
NP, thanks with that. And as the clock is striking down, we've run out of time for the net. But before we close, is there anything from anybody before we do close? And again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. And this has been the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine, terminating the net at 9:02. Good evening, all. Again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM.